Rebekah Brooks was criminally involved in the conspiracy that resulted in phone hacking, the words of the prosecution today. In 2004, she wrote to Andy Coulson. The letter was found hidden at her home. While both of them were working at News International, they'd been having a 6-year affair, and he was now breaking it off, the court heard. In the letter read to the jury, she appears grief-stricken. "You are my very best friend. I tell you everything. I confide in you. I seek your advice. I love you, care about you, worry about you. We laugh and cry together. Without our relationship in my life, I am not sure I will cope." Commenting on the letter, prosecutor Andrew Edis said, "What Mrs Brooks knew, Mr Coulson knew. That's the kind of relationship they had. And that," he said, "is why it was relevant in this case." The affair was active in 2002 when schoolgirl Millie Dowler went missing. The court heard that during the search for her, the News of the World was hacking her phone and preparing to write this controversial story, suggesting she might be alive. While all this was going on, editor Rebekah Brooks was on holiday in Dubai, but she was in constant contact by phone with Mr Coulson. The prosecution says they were exchanging confidences, discussing difficulties, and that she must have known about the Millie Dowler phone hacking. In fact, the prosecution will try to prove the editors of the paper knew about much of the phone hacking commissioned by staff on the news desk. The jury was told Ian Edmondson, a senior editor and a defendant in this trial, had the job of tasking inquiries into targets the newspaper was interested in. His key contact was Glenn Mulcaire, part of the paper's special investigations team, who would access the voicemails, reporting back on what was said. There'll be evidence that freelancer Mulcaire was given a pay rise when Andy Coulson took over, and that another defendant, managing editor Stuart Kuttner, agreed 221 payments to him worth more than £400,000. And it was revealed today that Emma Montgomery, former wife of golfer Colin, will testify that in 2005, over lunch, Mrs Brooks told her all about stories obtained by phone hacking. All 8 defendants have pleaded not guilty to charges of hacking, illegal payments to public officials and concealing evidence from the police investigation.